All right, guys. So today we want you to take a seat and some minutes of your day because DavinciJ15 has been up for the whole night. He has been sleeping afterwards along because he has been looking at the charts for Bitcoin, exactly trying to figure out what's happening with the market, exactly trying to figure out what the best strategy and game plan is, and also exactly trying to figure out where to buy in and where Bitcoin is going to go within the short term. In the end, we will also cover a secret altcoin and his prediction regarding that point. But first of all, we want to come to the most important question of today. DavinciJ15, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing all right, Chris. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing okay.
Yes, I'm doing well also, man, but it's crazy. You have been staying up, you was awake the whole night and you have been looking at the charts. Actually, I thought you had a celebration or so, but then you told me that you were looking at the charts, especially the Bitcoin charts. So we really want to know, and we haven't had some time, so you didn't even tell me all too much. We really want to know what's happening with Bitcoin and what did you find out in your night session, Da Vinci?
Well, as you know, we discovered the other day that Bitcoin is going to 16K. It was quite shocking, and I feel that it's going to go there because they lined it up so perfectly. And so I wanted to find some sort of other evidence to help support that move, so that we can feel that we could be confident in our trade, that much more confident in our trade, and be able to take the trade without too much fear. And that's what technical analysis is all about. You want to look for signs that, hey, you know what, your thesis is correct as much as possible. And you know what, also FA also helps a lot. So if anybody knows of a specific date, some sort of interesting thing that's going to happen with the Bitcoin network or something like that, that also helps because that also pushes the market forward. So fundamental analysis and technical analysis together, once they're matched together, they really make it that much more powerful. So
Exactly.
any help on that would be appreciated.
That's
So
why we need the crowd intelligence. Leave that in the comment section down below. Thank you for that idea, Da Vinci. Guys, leave everything you know in the comment section. And also, obviously, as always, leave your altcoin suggestions in the comment section and upvote each other's suggestions and like the video. So, yeah, man, now we can get finally into it. Bitcoin,
yeah,
what's going on with
exactly.
that?
So looking at the large term front time frame, what we have here is like almost like a wedge pattern happening here, where we are going in this triangle here, and we're trying to decide which way to go. Is it going to go down? Is it going to go up? Normally, when Bitcoin does this in the past, when I've noticed, is Bitcoin does an FU move in the opposite direction in order to scare out any kind of people joining the party. So if anyone joining the party, they get screwed. So the FU move could be to the top or could be to the bottom. Right, I'm still looking for that particular. Yes, for sure, we're doing it. Right, it would help if we break. We do an FU move down here and then break up on this way, up to the top and break this particular triangle pattern here, and then I'd know for sure we're going to 16,000. Right, I'd be 90% confident. I
90%.
I would feel even that much more confident up here, if we just break out and don't do an FU move. I'd get the 90% confidence level at this level here. Let me just mark it on the charts, Chris, right here. That is
Yes.
12,500 basically. That's my 90% level if we break out without an FU move.
Yes, yes. So right now we are looking at breaking out of that wedge, and then in the second step, in the best case, even going above 12,500, and you would have a 90% certainty of us reaching 16,000. So if we look at that setup right now, and obviously the setup will be shared in our Telegram group, which you also find in the description and the pinned comment. But if we look at that setup, it looks like you will try to do something like a breakout trade. Is that correct?
Well, I would suggest people do wait for the breakout if you really want to like risk it, right? And risk the risk and try to get in a better position. That's a different story. But first, before we talk about that, take a look at how the mountain man, he's been killing it on this market. So, for example, right, if he wanted to trade this market, look at this. He wouldn't have any of these setups. He wouldn't have the triangle. He wouldn't have anything. He'd just have the fibs. And he would have bought here. He would have sold here, right? Stop loss up here, right? And look at this. Look at this. This is insane. Look at how the Bitcoin has been just bouncing in between the 61.8 and just giving Mountain Man like money all the time, like here to here, right? He got a 2-to-1 easily, right? Risk to reward ratio. Let me just shrink that down, and you can see. Oh darn! He gets a 2-to-1 right there. He got paid. He got paid, and it's sick because you know what? I'm going to delete this and go down to a shorter time frame, right? You can see, right? Let's see here. He got he sold from here. So let's see here. Blah blah blah. 61.8 again. 61.8.
Yes.
He could have went long. He shorted from here, and then he turned around and went long, and then he also got paid as well. Wow. I mean, it's just redonkulous. The 61.8. Bitcoin loves the 61.8. And so now knowing that, if we do have, the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because if you know that, right, if we have an FU move, guess where we're going to stop at?
The 61.8?
Correct, Chris.
Yes, I got it.
So look
that
for
was hard.
Any kind of like a crazy move in a very short time to the $10,547 level. That's where you would definitely pick up some Bitcoins. If you were interested, if you were like, okay, you know what, I want to go like balls to the walls. But I wouldn't suggest that. But if you really wanted to like get the best positioning, this would be it, right? And your stop loss is down here. That's your best positioning because this is the ultimate stop loss. This is where my thesis is completely out of the window. Is gone.
Yeah, that looks very important. Can we share that also in the Telegram group? That would be great. So we have yes, that looks good. We have the 61.8 at the 10,500 level. Then we have our target price at slightly above 12,000. And then we have also the price level of 12,400 or so, what you meant, where we can have a 90% confidence of reaching the price level of 16,000. That's basically the summary of the Bitcoin situation right now.
Yeah, so that basically if we do an FU move and then break this triangle to the other upside, that means I'm 90% confident. I got a 90% confident level. If we don't do an FU move and we just break up, my 90% confidence level has to be at the 12.5K in order for us to go to the 16K. So that's where we're at now. If you wanted to get, that's one entry position. If you wanted to really take this position right here, you say, DaVinci, you know what? I want to get in right now. I'm like haunted. I want in now. Okay, you can do that, but you have to set your stops really tight and not with a lot of money.
Yes.
Because like, let's just say you have to accept the loss because you have a pretty decent chance of taking a loss here. Yeah. So so if you could accept losing $100, $1,000, whatever it is, right? This is where you'd enter. This is where your stop loss would have to be here. It's kind of a knob stop, right? And don't be surprised if you get taken out, right? But accept it and then reevaluate the situation.
Yes.
If the market goes screaming down, you know where the next target is in order to get in, right? So you lose $100 here, you put in another buy order down here to try to get in, and that's the way it is.
So we have two different approaches. We have the approach of the impatient trader right now, which is this one, which we will also share. We have a very tight stop loss, and if that goes wrong, we have the second strategy with the 61.8 we shared before, which we will also share. This is the strategy of the patient trader. That's very great, DaVinci, and it also gives us a clear lesson, because if you are not so patient and you want to get in right now, you have to put your stop loss closer. Your your reward might be higher, but also your risk is higher. That's why you get stopped out faster. So that was very valuable. Thank you so much for that, DaVinci. And it's great to see that you are still sticking to the 16,000 prediction, and everyone was actually waiting for that, because yesterday that was a really spontaneous thing, or day before yesterday, and right now you had a full night of research backing that up. So that's really great. Do you have anything else to share about Bitcoin before we go into an altcoin?
No, I think we can definitely. I really feel it in my bones that we're going up to here. And now imagine 16,000. Now imagine if this worked out, this trade worked out. Oh my God, that's like how many to one? That's a ratio of 28.33 to 1. So except that you might take a loss on this one, because man, that risk to reward ratio is just too great.
And we want to, I want to say something also. Look at that. It's 28 to 1. I mean, that ratio is so crazy. So expect that it might not happen, that you might get stopped out. But on the other side, you have such a huge reward to the risk you are taking, so you can actually take that. And we have a second strategy when Bitcoin goes more to the downside also. So DaVinci, thank you so much for that, and for everyone watching that right now and who wants to, like, cautiously and after your own research, take cautiously and with the calculated risk advantage of that, you can go to our Telegram group and you can have a look at that exact trading setups. And also, guys, we want to share with you that we have been migrating from BitMEX over to Bybit. We have mentioned that a couple of times for everyone who don't know that, but we also want to mention something very important, because as you know, there is a deposit bonus. You can see it here on the website of $10 and $50. If you deposit 0.1 Bitcoin, you get $50 bonus, and another $60 bonus only with our link. You get for 0.2 Bitcoin $110 bonus only with our link. They don't have the system overloads, especially if you want to trade a breakout. This website might be better than BitMEX. Only trade it, only handle it as an exchange, not as something like a storage. Don't put more in than you want to trade. Only put the amount of Bitcoin in you want to trade. You shouldn't store your whole Bitcoin on there or your whole portfolio. Only for trading, guys, and leverage trading is very dangerous. But if you want to trade, if you want to make a breakout trade or want to trade accordingly to the setups DaVinci and us will share on Telegram, that might be something you might check out, and you can use our link right here on the top of the description or on the top of the pinned comments, our link right here, where you will get a free bonus also for depositing. And now, DaVinci, how about the altcoins? After all that, like yada yada about the link, how about the altcoins? And is there any altcoin you want to share? And maybe we can also talk about the altcoin section in general.
Yeah, I'm really positive about the altcoins still, even though a lot of people are like, yeah, the altcoins are getting still crushed, man. I don't know, man. I gotta sell. A lot of people have sold. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube, and you can see in the comment section, people are dumping their alts like left, right, and center.
That's the time, actually.
What?
That should be the time when everyone is dumping the altcoins. Should be the time when you can think about maybe staking some up, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, I can't ignore the fact that people are doing the wrong thing right now, and because you're too late to sell really effectively. I know that I've suffered a lot because I at the top I sold half of all my alts at the very top and kept the other half, which
Very
is
good.
still, I mean,
That's
exactly, it was
perfect,
great. It
man. That's amazing.
was great. But the
Yeah.
other half, I've lost I've lost 85%.
Yeah, but come on. You sold half at the top. You are really spoiled, Da Vinci. You are spoiled, man. You made such great gains and you still complaining, man. Congrats
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that. Congrats. That's not bad. It's really good.
I know.
Yeah.
I lost 85% of the market's money, so it was not my money, really, effectively, right?
Yeah,
So, and
exactly.
I mean, if I really think about it, I'm right where I first started when I got into trading the alts. The amount of Bitcoin I have is the same amount, well, just a little bit more than how much I actually put in to trading the alts back when I first started trading. Isn't that crazy?
It is
And
crazy.
and I took half out to like buy a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, for example, the huge mansion you are in right now. So,
Yeah,
how many rooms? Just like if you
yeah.
want to tell us, how many
Nine
rooms?
bedrooms.
How many bedrooms?
Yeah, I got 9 bedrooms.
So, guys, we want to see your comments and your likes. That will be funny. So, Da Vinci, that being said, is there any last altcoin you want to cover? I think there is one altcoin, and we want to highly incentivize. We saw that in our YouTube backend. Sometimes people are dropping off when we are going to the altcoins. Stay here, guys. That will take like 3 or 4 minutes, and you will get a huge learning out of it. So, yeah, maybe we can get into this altcoin, and we really have to hurry a little bit because we have to upload the video.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
just quickly talk about my favorite altcoin.
Nine
Well,
bedrooms.
actually, we're going to talk about like actually LTC. This is not my favorite. I think the Litecoin still has its happening event. It's the only one that I know of that has like some sort of like fundamental event happening at the end of the month in 29 days. I think we are going to go higher. I think at least we're going to at least test the 61.8 priced in Bitcoin. And so look for a move, a crazy move up, and it's going to be fast because this is what how Litecoin loves to live,
Oh,
right?
yes.
It doesn't want to like do something like slowly, stair step. It just wants to go, see ya,
Yeah,
see ya.
exactly,
Right? So
exactly.
look for that in the next little while. I think this triangle here, pattern here, will definitely give break to the upside, and we can get some serious gains out of this, especially if you sell somewhere in. I think the real area to sell is anywhere between, because you know what, the market will do whatever it wants to, is this is where you're gonna this is where you take your profits here, and that's a lot of profit
It
there when
is.
you're talking in bitcoins. The dollar value, yeah, I think we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do some sort of crazy move because this is why I hate Litecoin when you're talking about trading it, because it loves to screw you over from where it's going, right? It loves to go the opposite direction of where it's actually going a lot more often than not.
Yeah.
So look for it to do some insane move up to, let's see here, where can we go to, basically? Probably nothing crazy, but from here it will seem crazy.
That's
All the way
crazy.
up to the 100 $240, right?
All
Some
right.
just stupid ass move to $240. And you're like, what?
Da Vinci, I want to call that crazy. I want to call that a crazy move. $240, that's like a 2x from here.
Yeah, that is crazy though. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
it is.
Don't
It
you think?
is. Indeed, indeed. So thank you so much for sharing that. We will share that setup also in our Telegram group. Maybe we can go back to the face mode so the people can see you again and get cheered up. And especially I can see you again. That would be cool. And then I wanted to ask something. Are there any updates regarding Pandora's wallet maybe you want to share with us? Because I
Yeah,
think there was
we've
something like a
lowered the price
discount.
on Pandora's wallet. I am still working like crazy on it, working with the developers, and And I'm making it exactly the way I want it. There's so many things that have been improved, man. Like removed, like constantly asking you for the passwords, the slow process of loading up the coins. I've really done an excellent job. I'm so proud of what I've done so far, and I'm looking forward to for that next version release.
Yes, very good, very good. And there is a discount also and a free test month. We will leave the link in the description down below. At least if you are not confident to buy right now, do the testing period and check out how you like it. It will get improved constantly, very important. And also go to DaVinci's Twitter channel, because there he is up to date, up to the exact second sometimes, sharing his real-time trades for Bitcoin, for altcoins, and you will get that there completely for free. If you don't go there, you are missing out like huge. So that's a very nice substitute, or sometimes like complementary to our episodes. If you cannot wait for the next one, you just go to his Twitter channel and check out his trades. So that's very good. Do you have anything last to share before we wrap up today's episode?
Yeah, I mean, if you saw in this episode, I purchased. You saw I purchased some waves there. If you if you're watching, so I was getting. So I'm looking to see if waves can take me up on a big wave ride. So if you scroll through, you probably find, oh, look at that alert, right? I actually, it was a stop. That was a stop loss set to buy the waves at a specific price, and then it got triggered on the show. So if you're interested, you can follow me along and see if you can get a double, half on a double.
That will be interesting. That will be interesting. We will maybe put the timestamp down below, or someone else will do it. Thank you so much for that, DaVinci, and also for everyone who has been looking that episode and getting the trading setup on Telegram. If you want to trade it, you know where we are doing it. It's up to you. You can use the normal link. You can use our link. Up to you guys. With our link, you get the free bonus. But that being said, DaVinci, do you have anything to share? Like maybe a few words, 3 words before we wrap up today's episode?
Don't get wrecked.
Don't get wrecked, guys. So trade with caution. That being said, thank you so much for taking your time, for taking your whole night doing that research for us, coming to the show and dropping that knowledge bombs to us. So everyone watching, thank you so much for taking your time. Also smashing up the like button, and you will see a Bybit tutorial popping up right here. Click it right now. Thank you so much, guys. And we will see each other at the next episode of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, bye-bye.